So keep your eyes open for animals that are trying to hide out of view. Up ahead to the right-hand side, hiding across this little stream, this large brown animal right next to the bushes. It's an okapi.
It doesn't know where it wants to be.
Okapi weren't discovered by the Western world until 1901. They're known for having those black and white stripes on their legs, kind of make it look like zebra stripes. They're not related to zebras, though. Okapi are the only known living relative of the giraffe.
You see it, KJ?
Heading down towards the watering hole, great places to find animals that are coming to cool off and to get a drink. We do stop by a few watering holes along our safari, as they tend to give us some of the best chances of finding animals. What I do see coming up across the watering hole, there's a black rhino laying down right on the mud wall there. Black rhinos have a pointed and prehensile upper lip, perfect for pulling leaves off of trees and bushes here in the forest. And we are lucky to see one, since they're so commonly poached for their horn, even though the horn on a rhino is just made out of keratin. That's the same material that's in the human fingernail, completely worthless really. But sadly that poaching has reduced the numbers of black rhinos to less than 4,000 left in the entire world. To the right-hand side, way back in the bushes, you can just barely see there's a greater kudu hiding back there. The second tallest antelope in Africa. Greater kudu stand 5 feet at the shoulders. That's a female, as she doesn't have any horns. Only male kudu have horns with large spirals in them. Males are also solitary, found living alone. Coming up to the left-hand side, a relative of theirs are bongos up on top of the hill, large copper-colored antelope. Bongos get the nickname ghost of the forest as they blend in well with their surroundings. Both male and female bongos have those large horns. Also to the left, black and white birds are saddle-billed storks. They have that yellow patch on top of their bill, kind of looks like a saddle. Tallest stork in Africa, 5 feet tall. Wingspan 9 feet wide, almost as wide as this chuck is. But now we're getting close to the Safi River. The Safi runs along the edge of the forest, usually a great place to find Nile hippopotamus. Hippos spend the majority of their day in the river to stay cool, and they can't hold their breath underwater, up to 8 minutes. So look under the surface, hippos may be completely submerged.
Oh, look at those.
Hippos are also nocturnal, so they're probably not too active during the day. Coming out onto the riverbanks at night, the hippo will graze in about 80 to 90 pounds of vegetation nightly, and walk up to 6 miles just to do so. Found a few hippos upstream on our left-hand side now. They can't swim, but most of the time hippos walk along the bottom of the riverbed, as it's easier and helps them conserve their energy as they do not float.
But they said these are wild animals.
Yes, they're all wild.
These large gray birds, some of them nesting on the island, are pink-backed pelicans. Get their name after the light pink that their backs turn during mating season. The lower bills are expandable and can be used as a net to catch fish in the water. Not for storing anything though, they'll swallow their prey immediately. Pelicans nest in pods ranging between 50 and 500 pairs. A pod of pelicans on the island and a whole bloat in the river here.
Whoa,
Groups of hippos called a bloat.
2 more.
What is this?
They're huge.
Oh, there's 2 more here. That's 3.
3?
Yeah.
So we're near the waterfalls, but we also
Gators.
found some Nile.
Ooh, we got lunch.
Nile crocodiles bite strong enough to crush the bones of their prey, with about 2,000 pounds per square inch of force. If you find any that are holding their mouths open, no, they're not waiting for food. That's how they cool themselves off, by releasing body heat through their open mouths. On land, a croc can run 10 miles an hour. rain, so let's not stick around here for too long. What I mentioned, hippos are nocturnal, active at nighttime. Well, crocodiles, they're the opposite. Diurnal, active during the daytime. Like we as humans are. Diurnal.
There's supposed to be a different one.
Coming up on our right-hand side in the clearing is a baobab tree. Gets the nickname upside down tree since it looks like their roots point towards the sky. But baobabs just go leafless about 9 months out of the year and do so by storing water inside their massive trunks on reserve for periods of drought. Oh, but now we're coming up to one of my favorite views on the entire reserve, looking out over the Serengeti grasslands.
Mommy, look.
Put her on one of y'all's
Good.
Grasslands stretch for
Tom,
thousands of
what?
miles across Africa, home to some of the most famous animals, like lions, elephants, zebra, and giraffe we already see. This is the wild Africa we're all working so hard to protect. Out to the right-hand side, fallen branches look behind it, and there's a springbok laying down. Small tan antelope with white underbellies. Springbok translates literally to jumping antelope, and they can leap across the savanna, reaching heights of 6 feet high off the ground, but lengths they'll cover over 11 feet long in one bound. They shouldn't be impressive how small they are. That springbok there was fully grown at 100 pounds and 3 feet tall.
So this is what Africa's supposed to look
Juicy
like?
way across the savanna are those Maasai giraffe. Maasais are identified by their jagged edges around their spots, almost a lace-like kind of pattern. Tallest land animals on Earth, giraffes stand 18 to 20 feet high. Even at birth, a baby giraffe stands 6 feet tall, as they need to be able to nurse from their mother at that age. Over to the left-hand side, right in the shade of the tree closest to us, there's some wild African dogs laying down. There's some inside the cave, actually, as well. African dogs are also called painted or spotted dogs after their splotchy coloration. Now, they do look similar to your domesticated dog back home, but they're a different offshoot of the canine family. These dogs only have 4 toes, and you wouldn't want to cuddle up with them, since they are the most successful hunters on the savanna. African wild dogs catch their prey more often than any other species out here, including lions, hyenas, and cheetahs. Do so by working together as a pack to run their prey to complete exhaustion.
Look.
Speaking of their prey, on the left now are those sable antelope laying down. They're the emblem of the reserve. Those 4 are females, as they have a lighter brown color to them. Males are much darker brown, almost a jet black. Only one male in a herd, though, is out 10 to 20 females. Each give birth to 1 newborn sable every single year. Some more springbok coming up on the left side now. Actually, a herd of them here. A little closer to some of the Maasai giraffe now as well.
Wow. Look at the spit hanging out of his mouth.
Anthill. Yeah, big anthill.
It's a goat.
There's a goat.
It's a goat.
That's a goat.
Yeah.
Giraffes
Right there?
do mostly everything standing up, from eating and drinking, sleeping, even giving birth. The baby giraffe's introduction into the world is a 6-foot fall from its mother. Yeah, they do sleep standing up, but they only sleep for 30 minutes out of the day. Not even all at once, it's a few minutes here and there, adding up to 30. Another Messiah to the left side as well.
Hey, look at them horns.
And then right now, but a few more up ahead, there's some Ankole cattle, these brown animals with huge horns.
Look at that butt.
Ankole cattle are also called Watusi, after the tribe in Africa that first domesticated them. They're the only domesticated animals that are found on this reserve. Each one of their horns can max out at 6 feet long and 8 inches in diameter. Actually not that heavy though, as there's a honeycomb structure inside that allows them to circulate blood through their horns. That cools them off, like the radiator on a car. Elephants will use a similar method to cool off by circulating blood through their ears. Just by flapping their ears, elephants reduce their internal body temperature by 7 degrees Fahrenheit. Some more of these Ankoli coming up on both sides of us.
Over there.
It looks like that's someone's butt.
Also see some more Maasai giraffe up ahead. A whole tower of them, groups of giraffes called a tower. Lucky today, we're seeing 4 baby Maasai giraffes as part of this one tower here.
Hey, some creatures that cute.
Also see a herd of white-bearded wildebeest, the gray animals with the curve in their horn. Wildebeest are also called gnu.
Wildebeest.
It's called GNU after the low grunting sound they
The
make.
wildebeest. They ran over Mufasa.
Part of one of the largest migrations in Africa, up to 1.5 million wildebeest migrate
Did you take
non-stop.
that picture?
Not stopping for
Yes.
anything, even the birth of their young. Baby wildebeest can learn to walk within 15 minutes, run within 30, or risk being left behind
looking.
completely. And although giraffes do have their really long necks, they actually have the same number of vertebrae bones in their neck the human does. And that's 7. Their bones are just larger than ours. They also have larger tongues than ours, up to 18 inches long, and they're prehensile. Allows them to wrap their tongue around the branch of a tree to pull all the leaves off of that single branch. Don't leave much left for any other animals though, so elephants just bulldoze down trees to get to the vegetation that remains on the top of the tree. A lot of trees knocked out in this area here. Good sign we're getting close to elephant country. You see an African elephant ahead to the right across the watering hole here.
Elephants.
Largest land animal on Earth, African elephants weigh between 11 and 13,000 pounds.
Look at all that
Run
done.
25 miles an hour.
Ducks. They
I
just
don't
flew
know if
that
we're
way.
going to be able to get any better views. Unfortunately, this elephant's standing right on the other side of this hill now. But there's actually another elephant out to the left, right hand side again. There's 2 of them here.
Look,
Oh, look at the big one.
is it throwing dirt?
Herds of elephants are actually just comprised of adult females and their young. The male elephants leave their herd when they reach adulthood, which is usually around 13 or 14 years old. He goes off and lives the rest of his life in solitude, meaning only for mating purposes once a year. The females, they'll stay in the herd their entire lifespan, 65 years, simply raising their young. I do know of a watering hole not too far away that's a good place to find a herd. So we're gonna head over there now and see if we can find any more elephants. We did find some red clay pits. Elephants occasionally eat red clay if they're not receiving minerals that they need in their everyday diets. But there are some test marks there in the red clay and some elephant footprints. Hopefully that's a good sign. Oh, it does look like some of the herds now on our left-hand side.
Yoiga. It's waving at us.
Every picture that she gets, you can get. Right. We can share pictures later.
Again, herds, they are just
See the butt?
comprised of adult females and their young. Now that childhood at 14 years and the male leaves the herd. That's the second longest childhood in the animal kingdom. Second only to humans at 18 years. Elephants do have the longest gestation period of any mammal though, with a 22-month pregnancy,
Look at that wildlife over
giving
there.
birth to a 300-pound baby.
300. That's what he said. I would never. Man, I want to
More of the herd over this Thanks for including a baby elephant there too. Sadly, numbers of elephants rapidly decreasing due to humans poaching for their ivory tusks, as well as habitat destruction. On any given day, we lose an average 96 elephants in the wild. That's one every 15 minutes due to human causes alone. On our right-hand side, there's a Patterson's eland, the largest antelope in Africa. 6 feet at the shoulders and 2,000 pounds. Even at that size, an eland can jump straight up into the sky 8 feet high from a complete standstill. Pretty useful when they try to escape their predators when attacked. Well, there's not a whole lot you can do to prevent poaching of elephants, but you can help protect some of their environment. Much of their habitat is being destroyed due to the mining of a mineral in Africa called coltan. Coltan is a metallic ore used in rechargeable batteries like those inside cell phones and laptops. So if you want to recycle those batteries when you're done with them, and you can help save some of the elephants and other animals' habitats from your own hometown.
That one's dancing.
Now on the
Doing
island,
the
these
shuffle.
are greater
It's doing the shuffle.
flamingos.
Which one?
Greater flamingos are the largest and lightest pink of all flamingo species.
Doing the shuffle.
They're hatched gray, but after they eat lots and lots of shrimp containing beta carotene, that's what gives them their light pink color after about a year of eating that shrimp. Group of flamingos called a flamboyance. So on the island, that's a flamboyance of flamingos. See some large mud wallows in the savannah here. Many animals like to coat their skin with mud to protect themselves from the sun, like a natural sunscreen for them. From smaller animals like warthogs, the large ones like rhinos, and those elephants. Although elephants usually throw mud and dirt up onto their backs using their trunks, rather than rolling in it like rhinos and warthogs do. Actually, I think I do see some white rhinos that are coming up to the right-hand side, hiding up in the bushes. A whole crash of them. Groups of rhinos call it a crash.
Oh, right there.
Looks like they have been rolling in the mud. But the rhino's skin is thick, it is sensitive. Also helps keep bugs off of them, too. I think we might be able to get a more clear view if we keep moving around the bend here.
He said, look here. Look at it.
White rhinos are not actually white, they are gray. They get the name from a mispronunciation of the term vite, meaning wide in Dutch, referring to their wide jaw structure. Built for grazing in grassy fields out here on the savannah.
Oh, wow. It's a rhino.
Fully grown white rhinos weigh 5,000 pounds, can still charge 35 miles an hour, even reaching a gallop with all 4 legs off the ground at one time. Coming up on our left-hand side, there's a cheetah laying down back in the woods, but luckily enough in a sunny patch, giving us a great view. Fastest land mammal on Earth, a cheetah can run in excess of 60 miles an hour, using their strong tails to help them balance at those high speeds. Helps them turn like the rudder on a boat.
See, too.
Great eyesight, a cheetah can see up
right
to
there.
3 miles on a clear day. They rely on that keen sense of eyesight to do their hunting. Poor night vision though, so they are the only big cats that hunt during the daytime.
Someone's trying to get pictures of the animals.
Oh, speaking of big cats, there's a large rock formation coming up ahead. It'll be on our left-hand side, called a kopie. Kopie rocks like these are sometimes a good place to find a pride of lions. Female lionesses, they'll do all the hunting for their pride. So they like to use the height of the kopie as a vantage point to watch out for their prey. While the females are out hunting, the male lion will stay back watching the cubs and protecting the territory. Let's head around to the other side, hopefully get some better lion luck over there.
Oh, that's the one I was getting mad.
Oh, do you see out to the right-hand side, there's actually 2 different types of antelope. They're both brown. More in the shady area, there's 3 water buck hiding near the trees. They have the white rings around their backsides. Water buck have a smelly, greasy secretion coming out of their skin. Gets trapped in that shaggy brown fur coat of theirs. Keeps them waterproof. Tend to be found near water, and they'll head into the water to escape their predators when attacked. Not great swimmers, though. Usually they just wade about knee or belly deep. Oh, I do see a lion, but it's laying down the bottom lowest corner up ahead in the Kopi stayed pool in the shade down there. Unfortunately, not a great view, but that's what you see from a lion during the day because they're inactive for 16 to 20 hours out of the day.
Oh, I see.
Do all their activity during the evening and night time, making them nocturnal. Not only because it is cooler at night, but also because they have great night vision. About 6 times better than we as humans have. Even though during the daytime, lions' eyesight is similar, if not the same to ours. Down on the left-hand side, warthogs, largest burrowing mammal in Africa. Warthogs back into their burrows, we see here on the ground, and expose those sharp tusks out for protection. Although they are quite small and they do have short little legs, warthogs can still run 35 miles an hour. We're the same speed those 5,000-pound white rhinos can run at. You're going to see those water buck again on the right there, the ones farther away, but closer to us, a pair of bontebok. Unfortunately, bontebok are commonly poached for their coats. At one point in time, there were just 17 remaining in the wild at all. Numbers have recovered slightly ever since, thanks to awareness of that poaching and reintroduction efforts. Also to our right, there's a nest of ostrich eggs on the ground. I haven't seen any ostrich, though. They're the largest birds in the world. Does make those eggs, they're the largest eggs in the world. About 3 pounds each egg. Strong enough a human can sit on top of one without it breaking. And it does require about 2 dozen regular-sized chicken eggs to get the volume inside just one ostrich egg.
There's like 5 of them.
Rồi sao?